All right. Let's dive into this Premier League match, huh? Ipswich Town, they're hosting Manchester City, and
Oh,
I
well,
think this one is going to be a good one.
that's a juicy one for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we've got match previews, and we've got all the stats and some really cool player insights, and
Oh, yeah, some good stuff.
yeah, so we're going to dive deep on this one.
Should be fun.
So Ipswich, can they pull off the unthinkable?
Well, on paper, it really does look like a pretty straightforward win for City.
Right.
But, I mean, football's rarely that predictable,
No, not at all.
especially this season, right?
Yeah, and you know something that really jumped out at me was Ipswich's home record.
Okay.
It's not great. They haven't had back-to-back wins
Really?
at Portman Road since January of 2002.
Wow. That's a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
I mean, is that a mental block? Is that a tactical issue? Or just plain bad luck at this point?
You know, it's probably a little bit of everything, right? But I think the psychological impact, if you're a player and you know that for basically 2 decades,
Yeah,
your team hasn't been able to win back-to-back
Yeah.
at home, it's got to play on you, right?
absolutely.
You're going to play tentative. You're not going to have that same confidence in tight situations. And I think that's something that a team like Man City, they can exploit that.
Yeah, they're masters at it.
They really are.
So how do they break that curse going up against a team like City? And, you know, they did just sign Jaden Philogene, who's supposed to be, you know, really strong in attack.
Yeah, no, he's a good signing. I mean, they desperately need somebody to put the ball in the back of the net, right? They're sitting 3rd from bottom in goals scored this season.
Oof.
Yeah, so he's a great addition. But, you know, if we look even deeper than that, their expected goals, or the XG, is also really low. So that tells me they're not even creating a lot of high-quality chances.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, a Philogene, he can definitely help, but it's a much bigger problem.
So system-wide.
Yeah.
It's the whole system.
It's more than just Philogene's magic.
So, you know, they've got a lot of work to do. But what about City? They're not exactly, you know, completely unbeatable, are they?
No,
Yeah.
not at all. And I think that recent draw with Brentford really exposed some things, especially on the defensive side. I
Yeah.
mean, they were up by 2 goals
Yeah.
and still managed to, you know, draw that match.
Yeah.
And their away form, you know, 1 win in their last 7 away games.
It's almost like they don't know how to play on the road.
Right? What's going on there?
Yeah. And, you know, it's so crazy because usually when you think of Man City and you think of a newly promoted team, you think, oh, man, you know,
Sure.
City's going to steamroll them.
Yeah, and the stats back that up too, right? They've won 20 of their last 21.
Yeah, 20 of 21 against teams coming up from the championship.
Right. I mean, that's dominant.
But, you know, in this case,
Yeah.
you have to think about it. I mean, they're going up against an Ipswich team
Yeah.
who's desperate to prove themselves.
Of course.
They're playing at home.
At home, yeah.
And now they have this potential game changer in Philogene.
Yeah.
This isn't just some average, you know, newly promoted side.
No, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how they adapt and if City can,
Yeah.
you know, handle that pressure, especially on the road.
And, you know, you can't forget about Liam Delap.
Oh, that's right. The Liam Delap factor.
Right. I mean, he came from Man City's academy.
Yeah.
He's now leading the line for Ipswich. And he just seems to love to score early goals at Portman Road.
He's going to be fired up for this one.
Oh, yeah. Talk about a revenge game.
You know he wants to show them what they missed out on.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be going for it.
And speaking of players to watch, you know, you've got Phil Foden on City's side.
Mhm.
And he's been on fire lately, even though they've been struggling.
Yeah.
And he got those 2 goals, that brace against Brentford.
Yeah, he was great in that match.
And the stats show that when Foden scores, City usually wins.
That's a good sign for City fans.
So does that give City fans, you know, some optimism going into this match?
Well, I mean, you always feel better when your best players are playing well.
Right.
But, I mean, can he overcome all of their away struggles by himself?
Yeah.
Plus, you know, you've got Ipswich, who looks like they're going to have a little bit more attacking potential now.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, it's a big ask.
Yeah, it is.
And, I mean, we were talking about it before, but 8 out of 11 City away games have had both teams scoring.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, are we going to see another one where Ederson doesn't get a clean sheet?
Oh, it really sounds like it might be fireworks at Portman Road.
I think so. I think so. I mean, you've got everything you need for a really exciting match, right?
Well, there you have it. Ipswich, they're looking to break that curse at home. You've got a new signing who's ready to prove himself. You've got Man City, and they're struggling on the road. And then, of course, you know, all the player narratives that we've talked about.
That's going to be good.
And it really does make this one a really captivating matchup. So the question is, who has the edge? Do you think Ipswich can, actually pull this one off? Or will City just overpower them with their star power? I don't know. It's a tough one to call, but that's what makes it so interesting. So thanks for joining us for this Premier League Deep Dive, and
Absolutely.
we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.